Okay, so it's currently 4:20. Woo, no, 4:20 a.m. And I can't sleep, which means video time, I guess. This is a little cheapo, super cheap action camera that I got off of eBay for 60 Canadian dollars. I had originally searched for the SJ4000. I found a seller that advertised them. Similar price, ended up being a scam. So got the PayPal money back, got something which ended up being 60 Canadian dollars or pesos, whatever you like. And it's not an SJ cam, it's one of those knockoffs. From what I saw, the video quality was fairly good. However, I wasn't able to really fully test this because I had a few issues. They're selling me another one, so I'm taking this one apart again. Where it wouldn't record to the SD card for more than 20 seconds. It would record longer if you controlled it with a phone, but I mean, controlling it with a phone and the Wi-Fi and everything does work is less than ideal. I want to just be able to hit record and whatever. So they sent me a firmware update, and I updated the firmware, and so now when you go to turn it on, it does that, nothing else. And it won't do anything else ever again. So yeah, they're sending me another one. We'll try it out. Bitrate was like 12.7 or something like that. Not outstanding, not horrible though. So I'm just gonna do a little quick disassembly in my extremely tired state, and show you guys just what's inside one of these super cheap ones. It's not a whole lot. And so yeah, this one's a bit mangled. I don't know if they'll care or not. It's basically garbage. Because there's no reset or anything on the boards that I could tell. So first you want to just... I don't have the precision screwdriver that I used last time to get this part open. Ah, jeez. Yeah, it's in that price range where, you know, if you run over it with your car or something, it's not going to be all that disheartening. Whereas if it was a, oh, fuck's sake, if it was a $600 GoPro or even one of those like couple $100 SJ cams, I have a feeling you'd be much more upset with yourself. And I cannot get into this thing now for some reason. There we go. Oh, don't you fucking go back. Okay. So yeah, the backlight on this thing doesn't even turn on. It's just totally fucked. So, peel this off. It'll be a bit tougher when you do it. Give it a little tippy tap tap. Or maybe a little pry. I think the glue is kind of holding it in. Oh yeah, it's okay, let's go ahead and take this and just sort of roughly stick it on the bezel. It quite readily popped out last time. Alright, let's just go from the front then as well. So the front just unclips like that. And then I believe I did have to get this thing out. There we go. And so then, this just has a little connector on board. Those things don't even hook together. Oh no, they are. They just didn't really do much. And so, there's the LCD part numbers if there's anything interesting. It does it? No, it doesn't seem to have any active circuitry on there, just some passive components. Maybe a little spot for one, I'm not sure. That might just be where it was sort of bonded together. Okay, and so now you just have 4 screws. There's some wires on this one that seem to get in the way, which are pretty annoying. Not even entirely sure if these screws need to come out. I think they do. And so yeah, I finally have a nice little angle above the camera, which will be working pretty nicely. And when it's this close down, actually, I can actually see sort of if things are centered and how long I've been recording, that sort of thing, which is pretty nice. So then, oops, shit. And so yeah, if there are wires in the way of the screws here, the button on the front will sort of get jammed. It's just sort of a spring thing. Okay, so I forgot that this was a different microphone that I had. It had a dead battery in it, which had died out halfway. So I can't remember exactly what I covered. I think it was around the halfway point. I made a point about the 4 wires here, just being for the possible LED that they could put here. The heat on the back of this, there's that separator PCB. The back of the sensor itself has aluminum on top of it, or an aluminum plate behind the flex, just for heat sinking probably. I was speculating in case it was, you know, a sensor that they were driving a bit harder or something like that. Trying to think what else. I just did some close-ups of some chips. I didn't really. I did make a point how this this flex and the PCB have the same marking on it, so this seems to be custom for them. And I think that pretty much covers everything. And so now it's just the reassembly with the microphone powered from a power supply, so it won't go dead until I get new batteries for it, which is kind of annoying. I was kind of hoping for this first thing to be just sort of all in one and just upload the raw clip, but I guess not, so I'll have to put some elevator music in or something. But hey, you know, it's like the first actual video I've made with this setup. So yeah, I don't know, or no, yeah, I'm pretty sure I had the Wi-Fi antenna pointed out by then. So yeah, so now it's just basically reassembly of this whole thing. So yeah, there's a pretty good chunk of video that just has no audio whatsoever, which is a little annoying. I can't like edit it out or fast forward it because got some close-ups of the chips that might interest some people at some point in the future. And aside from that, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could redo this thing, but I really don't feel like it. Just not really worth the time for me. It's also now 4:39 a.m. So yeah, not much in these cheap cameras, but from what I could tell, it does the job fairly well. The frame rate was fairly consistent. The quality did seem pretty good. I mean, I haven't got anything else to compare it to, but compared to like the little crappy Call of Duty camera that I had before, definitely an upgrade, and it's cheap enough that if something bad happens to it, it's not too disappointing. Okay, sort of tuck those back in there. So yeah, not much really repairable on these, and I mean, for 60 bucks if it breaks, you can like grab the screen for spare parts or something. I don't know, not really a whole lot. Not really worth the cost of the device just for some of the parts. Oh yeah, getting this the right way might help. So then the sign goes in, and you want to hold it at this sort of little angle. I made a comment on how I was actually just sort of paying attention to the shit. See those switches messed up, or buttons. How even when I'm just sort of bringing it close to my eyes to look at things, it was keeping it fairly well in focus, which was nice. But I still do need to take it like totally off camera sometimes. Okay, that one went in. Hang on, it's not quite there. Those switches are not working properly. Yeah, this thing is a little finicky, to say the least. Just try and sort of recenter them. Maybe if I send power. No, a little, nope, come on. Oh yeah, you can see there the wire sort of got in the way of the screw hole. So yeah, getting the thing back in is the longest part of this whole process, just because of how damn finicky everything is. Okay, so that's in there. Let's try and sort of get these damn wires out of the way. Wondering if they're maybe supposed to come through this little cut here. We'll give it a try like that and see if that maybe works a bit better. We'll do some work for them too while we're in here. And I think these wires are what were messing up the other ones. Okay. So then just get those in a bit. Not quite lined up. It's just a little coaxing. One of them's cooperating. The other one is not. Oh no, there it goes. Okay, so that one's working. I'm just gonna pop this on to see if it... Oh, those little cutouts are for the clips. That's what they're for. You know what though? It goes on with those there, so that's an improvement. Oh god. Let's go ahead. Slip this back in. You know what, while we're at it, let's, jeez. Yeah, this connector's shit. Maybe that's why the screen wasn't turning back on. I was gonna try it anyways, just to say, hey, maybe we fixed it somehow. Kinda doubt that though. But, let's connector in. See, interesting, this thing was like advertised as from Germany, but or advertised from China, but it's shipped from Germany. So maybe they have a warehouse or something, I don't know. So let's see if it magically decides to turn on. Like all the way, not just this sort of shitty half LED illumination, no backlight thing. No, yeah, that firmware update totally killed it. So I'm curious if it might have been an official like SJCam update, because it did say SJ4000, although that's sort of what this thing is advertised as. It just doesn't say SJCam 4000, so maybe it was an official firmware update that they had and it kills knockoffs. I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised. Boy, that's where I'm going. Oops, shit. Oh no, that's still in there. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, that's been shouted up, but whatever. She did. She not my problem. Okay. Two more to go. So yeah, it's really annoying me because I had to wait the first like 20 days before I realized that fucking first seller had disappeared and it was just a fucking scam. And then I had to wait another like 20 days for this thing to get here. And then I wasn't happy with what it was doing. I wasn't happy with it just recording from the smartphone. So I had to poke and pry. And that resulted in it being fucked. Meaning another 20-day wait. And I don't know, winter's probably going to be here by that time. So I won't be able to use this the way I wanted until another year from now. Like half a year from now. So really a pain in the ass. But there's not really anything I can do about it. So there we go. That is one of those $60 eBay 1080p GoPro knockoff things, torn down and reassembled with an audio screw up in the middle. Oh, you know what? I think those are ports for the microphone right there, because I saw some for the speaker right there that you can barely make out. So yeah, little cheap eBay 1080p GoPro thing that was killed by a firmware update, so hopefully there's another one coming, and if people are interested, I can upload test footage of that in a month and a half or something whenever I have the thing here and sorted out too. Fucking, I don't know. Probably going to be a month for it to get here. So yeah, thanks for watching.